Today, we are not only celebrating the descent of the Eucharist and the exuding of fragrant oil, but more so we are celebrating the feast of Christ the King. What a coincidence! And what is the triumph of the heart of Jesus, His kingship. Jesus, the King of the universal King. The Christ of God, the chosen one, is the universal King. He is a different king from the kings of this world. His throne is the cross. His crown is a crown of thorns. His scepter was a reed put on his hand to mock him. He wore no luxurious clothing, but is stripped of his tunic. He has no ring on his fingers, but he has nails on his hands. This is our King. This is the one who gave us salvation and will bring us to the kingdom of the Father. Now, we are celebrating here in Naju the descent of the Eucharist and the exuding of fragrant oil. The Eucharist is Jesus, present to us, body, spirit, soul, and divinity. And this descent of the Eucharist is telling us that He is truly in the Eucharist. And the fragrant oil is the sign of Mama Mary's love for us. The fragrance shows how she is squeezed herself in order to show us His love, shown to us also by His tears and tears of blood. And she wants us to really be with her so that we will be in the kingdom of her beloved Son. Signs that have been mentioned in the Gospels are within us today. And one of the things that we have very recently is the fact that we have so many earthquakes. And these are not ordinary earthquakes. They are big earthquakes. And they come sometimes almost every day in some places. Mama Julia mentioned about fires in Australia and the United States. And perhaps we can add the trouble within the church. So, what is the challenge for us as we celebrate this feast of the kingship of Christ and here the descent of the Eucharist and the exuding of fragrant oil? The very purpose of all these apparitions of our Blessed Mother is to bring souls to God and to convert people, and also for us to have the means of salvation. If you recall, in many apparitions of our Blessed Mother, she would give us weapons to combat sin and the adversary, Satan. But here in Naju, the challenge is is on a higher level. We're not only asked to pray the rosary, but we are the Father, through Mama Julia, has given us the 5 spiritualities, which we have to shout to the world, to practice it ourselves. Our Lady is asking us very much today to be able to shout these 5 spiritualities so that we can bring back many souls before the coming of Jesus. As I went to the toilet, I saw that there are the 5 spiritualities, the poster of the 5 spiritualities staring at me. I hope you would have the time to read it and to really meditate on it, because this is the very, as I see it, this is the very message of Naju. to proclaim the 5 spiritualities in the world so that we can bring souls to God and for us to be with Jesus without bypassing purgatory. And thus, as we celebrate this feast of Christ the King, the challenge for us is really shout the 5 spirituality or proclaim the 5 spirituality with your life throughout the world. We do not come here just to witness miracles or find healing, but we are asked by our Blessed Mother here to be apostles of these last times. And the task that is being given to us here, the privileged task that is being given to us here, is to proclaim to the world, not only to your family, but to the world, the 5 spiritualities of Amen, turning your life into prayer, Sempigo, it's my fault, and then offering up. But really, we have to internalize it, practice it daily, so that we can be assured by Mama Julia, that we will be with her, with Jesus, when He comes in glory. The signs are clear, and they are becoming clearer and clearer as days go by. So let us all be awake, even though we are unworthy servants. Practice and shout to the world 5 spiritualities so that we will enjoy a life, the eternal life with our Blessed Mother and Jesus. Amen.